Alright, I'm going to try to get rid of this background here. So what I'm going to do first is try the fuzzy select tool. As you can see, it's not doing a great job at selecting just the blue water part. So I'm going to try this free select tool. I can click and make straight lines, or I can drag and make curved lines around it. Now right now the fish is selected, but I want to get rid of the water. So I'm going to go to select invert, and now all of the water stuff is selected and the fish isn't. So when I go to edit clear, it's going to clear out all of that extra stuff. Now the computer has less to work with when it's trying to select just these blue parts. So with the fuzzy select tool, I can play around with the threshold setting here. You can see when it's a larger number, it selects more colors. So I'm going to clear this out little by little, where I'll play around with the threshold and click on a color. It selects all that dark blue there. Then under edit, I'll clear that, or on a PC you can hit backspace. And I'll just keep continuing to fuzzy select different sections and clear them out. Now some of these are too small, or the colors are too different to select just one of them. So I'm going to have to switch to the erase tool here. So there's a couple of different settings. I'm going to select none there. A couple of different settings with the erase tool. I can set the size of it to be much bigger. So that helps a little bit. There, it's much bigger. But of course it's going to be too big here when I want to get in close. So there, I got a little bit too much, so I undid that. Now I'm going to go around here and get all of the border. As you can see, there's kind of a border around the whole thing I want to get rid of. And there it's gone. So now I got to play around with the size and make this a little smaller so I can get in these little nooks and crannies here. And it's going to be helpful if I could zoom in here. And so on a Mac, you hold down the control or the command key, and you can use the scroll on your mouse to get in there. And then you can, with a smaller eraser, you can get in and get this detail little by little, going back and forth between changing the size to make it bigger and smaller, and getting in here little by little, getting all of that blue all the way up to the edge of the fish. Alright, I'm going to speed this up here so we don't have to watch every little pixel being erased. But you get the idea that sometimes you do a little bit too much, you have to undo it. So here we go. This, of course, is speeded up. I'm not this fast. But it'll give you an idea of the amount of detail that you could do with the erase tool. You can bring it all the way down to 1 pixel and erase 1 pixel at a time, especially in this little corner here. I'm down to about 3 pixels there. Clean that up. Here it needs to be a little bigger on that spot. And there, we'll clean this all up. And there we go. Pretty much done. Alright, now I'm going to crop this because I don't need this whole thing. So that little knife tool is the crop tool. Draw a nice box just around the fish. And I hit enter on the keyboard, and that crops it. And now what I'm going to do is see if there's any little things that I need to clean up. With the eraser, you can see them a little better now. And now I'm going to select just the white part, but really I want the fish. So I'm going to go back to that select and go to invert, and now it's selecting the fish part. So I'm going to go copy that, so edit, copy, and then I'm going to start a new document. So file, new, and in here you have to go into advanced options. So under advanced options you'll see where it says fill with, and I'm going to choose transparency. Then I'll hit OK. So you can tell it's a transparent background because of the checkered black and gray. Now when I paste that in, that background will be transparent. If I put it in another document, you won't see the checkered part. So now I need to save this, or export it in this case, as a file type that accepts a transparent background. So a GIF would, A JPEG will not, but a PNG will, and that's pretty standard in programming. So I'll give it a name, fish transparent background, and then click export, making sure I know where it is. It's in documents. Export, and now it's ready to go into another document or a program.